I have a question. When there is no self, then there is no one following a certain teacher or pointing, and then there is no one that they're choosing to be interested in, not non-duality. Could you comment on this? There is never anyone in anybody. There is just bodies that have this energy which are claiming to be a somebody, which is holding into place this idea of somebody. So in this moment, you writing those words doesn't come from you, because there is no you. They are simply appearing in this moment through the formation of your particular character. But that character isn't you. So the way in which you write, what you ask, what you talk about, is indicative of what you've apparently experienced in your life and your past lives and your genetics. But that doesn't make that you, and that's not who's writing in this moment. So you come out in the appearance of apparent cause and effect. But actually, if you go really deeply into it, you realize it's this moment writing, it's life writing. There is nobody writing. I remember Roger explaining it to me in this particular way. Let's see if I can remember how he did it. But I remember like when he said it, it just like sent fireworks off in my mind. Like he explained it like these old-fashioned films, like now everything's digital, but in days gone by, it used to be like lots of pictures moved quickly through a light that created a film, and then sound was put to that. So it's lots of still images, you move them really quickly. I'm sure most people have seen it, tick, 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 tick. And then the light makes it appear like a film, like action happening on the screen. That's so inventive that we did that. That's so cool. That's like amazing shadow puppets. Like in the beginning, I'm sure the person that invented it, like first of all was thinking about shadow puppets, maybe not. But yes, so that's how film works. And Roger explained it like that's how the appearance of the world and the appearance of the illusion of self works. Is it's all these like separate pictures put together, moving really quickly, giving the appearance of movement. But in reality, it's stillness. Like the light is stillness. So with your illusory self, so it goes one picture to the other, so the film makes sense. So somebody is walking down a street, so it's got all these pictures of them like moving in all different poses. And then you run them together and then it looks like that person is going down the street. So it looks now like there is a you in there that's coming from the past and making the decision to listen to me and write to me. But actually, it's singular images put together, speeded up, and made it seem like something's happening. So in your head, you've collected all these images and you're holding together this image of you that's writing. So all these images of you walking into the room, sitting down, typing at your computer, listening to me speak, you're holding all those images now. These single shots, tick, 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 in your mind, and then you're running them as a story of you. But the actuality of it is when you type the question, it's this moment typing, that is a story that's appearing. That's not what's actually happening. I'm sure Roger put that a lot more eloquently and simply than I just did, because I think I maybe mixed up two metaphors, because you can also see it as the absolute, like the absolute is the stillness, the light, and then the appearance of the world. So it's like even now, like if you imagine my arm, like you have an image of my arm being up here. No, you don't have an image. Yeah, you do have an image. You see me holding my arm up here, and now you see me holding my arm here. And your brain is putting together that movement while you're speaking to me, giving the appearance of me speaking to you, communicating and moving my arm. And another animal, like we're so conditioned to the cult of being human, another animal like a reptile most probably really doesn't experience the world like that. Like that's the way our brains are interpreting this world, but most likely this world really doesn't look like that. In a way, it most probably looks like nothing. But a reptile I think that they're only experiencing sight through movement. God knows how they're experiencing it through smell and stuff. And then they're also experiencing distance, I think, through tongue, I think. So through taste, they're experiencing distance. I think, something like that. But definitely with the sight, they're only seeing movements. Everything else is what? What is life to them? So in our particular world, you're seeing things in apparent cause and effect because that's the way your brain is interpreting it. What is happening is absolutely mystery. You could say what's happening is nothing appearing as everything, using these instruments in order to experience something. But in reality, it all comes back down to absolute stillness, or not knowing maybe as well. Just like that light that's going through those pictures in the film, that the light is perfectly still through that, and then these pictures are giving the image of all that movement. That's the way your brain's working. So you're seeing it through time. So you see yourself constantly, me through time, me through time. And if you become really present to this moment, then everything is timeless. Everything is just here. I'm not saying that we don't use cognitive thinking to an extent, but there's another world that takes on, that this becomes secondary. At the moment, this is first. When that becomes secondary and the body becomes primary, then everything begins to disappear. Nice. Thanks, Jonas, for that question.